Hello and welcome back to Mercury Farms. Oh, I just got to put the speed up to 5. Back to Mercury Farms. Oh, I just got to put the speed up to 5. Just give me a second there, guys. Just give me a second there, guys. All right. I don't know what's going on. The last night and again this morning, I'm getting feedback. I think I must be watching it or something, and never put it on mute. So last night we started to bale this field here, and it started getting late, so we called it quits. So we are going to continue baling this field before we head home and get some sleep. Now, let's make sure everything is on. Let's get the baler set up. Now, what my focus on this episode is to continue the baling contracts, get them all completed. And this is a nice little tractor, but the horsepower on it is not very good and all that, so I'm thinking about trading this one in and getting another one if we can afford it. Like, I don't want to I got to see how much I'm going to get back for this one, and I'll probably do that. I don't really want to go through another night because the price of this tractor might actually go down. So what I might do is I might go over to the shop right now. Just let me get the next 2 rows done here. I'll get this row here done and the one back will be closer to the road down there. And the shop's not very far from here anyway. Because I think after every night the value of the tractors go down, or I'm not sure if it's by that or is it by hours on the tractor. Probably by the hours on the tractor, but still, if we were to bale this whole field, we're putting a lot more hours on the tractor. So I hope everyone watching is doing well. By the looks of it, I see that I got 1 viewer on YouTube and 2 on Twitch. Thank you for joining me here today. So I've been really focusing on Mercury Farms lately. I've been really enjoying this series, and I want to progress it more. So if I do another stream again today, it will probably be Mercury Farms again. And if it is, my next one will be on Oakfield Farm. Do a little bit of work on that one, but I think I'm going to stick on this one for a bit. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the challenge. And I really want to start making some money on here because there are a lot of new maps coming out, and I wouldn't mind giving a couple of them a try, so we may move maps down the road on this series. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the baler here. So let's shut it down. And we'll run over to the shop and we'll just see if there's anything better than this one. I think the horsepower on this one's only 145. So if we can get something that's a little bit better than 145 and a little bit, maybe a Fent 500 might be alright. And that's if it's in our price range. So the first thing we got to do is sell this one. I'm I'm taking a big gamble, but... So right now we're at 43,332. If I sell this one, I get 45,000 for it. So let's... Will I get more if I repair it, I wonder? I actually paid more, so I should have just sold it, but we'll repair it first. Alright, now hopefully the shop is open. I think they're a 24-hour shop anyway. Yeah. The old gentleman is in here tonight. So, let's see. We got the Fent 500 there. Now, I know I have a modded one. And it's got the gear shift sound for 3200. And I have to pick tires. I want to make sure that I get narrow tires. I'm going to purchase them with it, and then we'll go out and change them. Because we get the standard ones anyway. I actually like them with the wheel weights. I'm going to get them, and then I'm going to have to purchase the narrow ones as well, and then we can swap between them all because we own them. I'm going to get the biggest engine possible, so that'll bring us up to 195 horsepower. That's good. We'll get it with the fenders, and we need a front loader attacher. I'll just go with the Stoll. Now, we do have the front loader arm over at our farm, but it is blue, so we'll have to bring that back to the shop when we get time. So I'm basically getting this one for the same price we sold the other one for. We'll probably be up 300 pounds. So yeah, let's buy this one. I think it's going to be a little bit better than the one we had. Here, buddy, turn the light on, man. Don't be working in the dark. Okay, where's our tractor? Oh, hidden behind our tipper. So yeah, I've been selling off quite a few things lately and swapping them out, but it's helping us make a bit more money as well, so it's working out pretty good actually. Now, before I go anywhere, I want to configure the course play. Now we can get over and finish our baling job. Oh, this one sounds nice too. It's got the gear shifting sound. Yeah, these are long contracts, but we're going to make a few dollars doing them. I missed the turn off. Let's do a U-turn, bang into the post. Like, you know, every episode I got to bang into at least one. They're going to burp their horns at me. Wait a minute, man. You see me turning. This is where we need to turn in. And we'll get attached back to our baler now, and we'll get back to work at that. Alright, so we're going to unfold it and put it down. I'll get it ready to go. Yeah, I think this tractor is going to be much better than that other one we had. It's got more horsepower. It's probably a little bit heavier on the tractor, so it'll allow us to do a few more things. I mean, that other tractor could barely pull anything. But as you can see, I mean, it's handling this baler a lot nicer. Now, let's put a bit of cruise control on, so we'll get this done. At least with this one here, now we don't have to go around and wrap all the bales. We got the silage one all wrapped up and everything. So now, all we have to do now, we got the other field completed. So we tossed the grass on that field, and we got that baled up, and now we got this one to do, and then we got the mower. Now, I don't know if it finished when we were doing the stream last night. So we may, once we get our equipment over there to start working on that field, we may have to get the mower going again to finish off that field. And then towards the end, we're going to have to lease out I mean, I can use the ones they gave us, but you can only haul 2 bales at a time, and it's going to take forever to deliver all these bales. So I'm just going to grab one of the auto loads from the Anderson DLC, and I'll be able to handle 24 of these at a time. So. And I checked out the leasing price on it. It's not that much. It shouldn't take us no longer than an hour to get done. I didn't realize, when I first started this series, I didn't realize how challenging it's actually going to be to make a profit on it. Little bits here and there. I want to get this big long row here. Every little bit counts, because at the end, if there's any bales left over, we actually profit from it. I don't mind missing little pieces here and there, but I want to get the majority. Hey, how you doing, Tony? Glad you can make it. A little bit earlier for you today. So I spent this morning, I opened up a Patreon account. I created a PayPal account, and I got all that all set up now. So I tried the link, so the link that Wayne was talking about, when he clicked on it. Hey Roy, how you doing, Roy? When Wayne clicked on it, it said I didn't have it enabled, so it should work now. If you click on that link in my description, does it come up for you now that you can make a donation? Or does it still say it's enabled? Or disabled, sorry. Just finished work, did you? That's good. Now you can sit down and relax and watch me for an hour or so. So I don't know if you caught the beginning of it, but we actually traded in our other tractor and we went with this one. It's got a little bit more horsepower than the other one, so I think it'll handle a lot better. I don't know why it's missing a lot of it. I'm going to try to pick it all up. And how are you doing today, Roy? Glad you can make it back again. Yeah, I got the day off today, so I'm enjoying a bit of streaming. I'm enjoying beating up the tractors a little bit. I'm good at that. It's not a stream unless I bang into something, right? That's what Nick and all them would say anyway. I'm always banging into something. See, I get lazy and I put it on cruise control, and then it's going so fast that I got no control in it. Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem, Tony. I'm actually going to do 2 streams today. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do 2 on this one, or maybe I'll do Oakfield this evening, or I might continue with this one today. and I'll do another one tonight on it, and then I'll do Oakfield tomorrow or Sunday. Yeah, it is, Roy. Gaming with Raider is Tony. I didn't realize how big this field is. This would make a nice heritable field. We can't afford this field yet. But we're getting up there. Just think, the other day we were down to like 2,000 pounds. Now we're up to 43,000 pounds. And all I did was, my best bet is to skip a couple of rows and come back and double back on it. All I did was sell off a bit of equipment and change it up for some cheaper stuff. Might require us to do a little bit more work. But that's okay. I don't mind. Because I think the tipper that we had could hold 50,000 liters. Now we're down to 21,000 liters. But most of our fields, we're not getting over 21,000 liters anyway. I think the only time that I ever got over 21,000 liters was when I was doing a contract. And normally you don't do that either, because most of the fields on this map are small anyway. Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't been fishing in so long. And I love salmon. I'm not a big fish eater, but I love a good feed of salmon every now and again. Trout is not bad either. Depending on the kind of trout. I like speckled trout. Yeah, like where I live here, they have a lot of saltwater fish. I don't like it at all. What's it called? Codfish or whatever it is. Haddock, herring. I don't like none of that. I don't mind a little bit of salmon every now and again. Now, if I had to choose between a nice T-bone steak or a sirloin tip steak done on a barbecue or some salmon, I would pick the steak every time. Oh, don't worry about that, Roy, man. You haven't seen my spelling yet. Every time I write something, I always put it through spell check. Well, that's a good reason why you don't like fish, if you're allergic to it. You know, and that's a strange allergy too, because I know when I was younger, my parents were friends with one of our neighbors, and one of their sons, now he was a lot younger than me. This is when I was older, and I was in my teenage years, and he was only a young child, and he was allergic to fish. And his father loved to have a feed of fish, but he couldn't even cook it in the house because the smell of it would affect his son's allergies. So he used to come over to the house all the time and have a feed of fish with my father. So it's strange, you know, how some allergies, it's not just consuming it or touching it, it's actually even the scent of it. Oh yeah, speckled trout is good. Right nice and pink inside. I'll tell you a fish that I caught once, and it's a weird one. It was a cross between a speckled trout and a laker. And they used to call it a splake. And I just enjoy fishing. I used to do a lot of fishing, and we would catch and release. But you can't even go fishing, I guess, Tony? Are you allergic to, like, even the smell of it, like some are, or is it just if you consume it? Oh my God, this is a big field. It's like 10 after midnight here on the farm. No, I'm not fussy on cod. I've had it. I guess when I had cod, it was salt cod. They had it salted, and I didn't like it. Now, I'll have like a fish and chips or something, and they'll make it with codfish, and I like that. I'll eat that. Yeah, well, I think a lot of the times, man, you gotta have a license in order to fish salmon. Yeah, but what's the point of going out catching them if you can't eat them, eh? But, you know, there's a lot of people just like the sport of it, and they catch and release, they don't eat them at all. When I grew up as a young fella, we used to go fishing, and the type of fish we used to get were we used to get northern pike, bass. Yeah, bass were nice fish to catch. Trout, salmon, lakers. Now I tell you, I went fishing and we got a pike on our line one day, and the fight that the pike actually gives you when you're fishing it is unreal. And if you don't have your drag set on your reel, you're going to lose your line is going to bust. I guarantee it, because it gives up a battle. It's like when you're fishing tuna. You have to fish tuna by basically tiring out the tuna. So you fight it for a little while, then you let the drag go and it'll go back out, and you keep on fighting them and tiring them out. And then once he's tired, you can reel him in. And that's the same way you would fish a pike. Now, if they can only implement a bit of fishing in on Farming Simulator as well, then we'll have fishing, farming, and logging. Yeah, something to do with the cooking stage, with probably the proteins or whatnot in it. Allergies are weird anyway. Like, I have certain allergies as well. And, you know, like, so many people suffer from different types of allergies. You almost wonder how it works. No. That's not good. I hit the wrong button, turned everything off. I don't think I'll need to get all these little tiny pieces, but I'll get some of them. Seems like you lose a bit every time you drop your bail. There's a little tiny bit left over. About them. I'll get a couple as I'm coming up here. Oh, there's a nice big part right here. Wow, we're gonna have quite a few bales to pick up out of all these. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the contract on field. I think it's 59 because that one goes to a different spot. Then the rest of the bales all go to the other locations. So we'll get the first one done and out of the way, and we'll complete that. Well, I better not complete it right away because I don't know if that's the one where I lease the equipment from or not. Well, it don't really matter after that because I don't need this equipment. I'll have everything done, and all I'm doing is renting a bale trailer. So. And that's outside the contract, so it's mine. Yeah, I agree, man, you know. If you catch it, eat it. Unless they're too small. If they're too small, throw them back and let them grow a bit. You know, I always thought fish was a renewable resource. But there are many provinces in Canada, and probably not even in just in Canada, but around the world, where you can't even fish codfish anymore and stuff like that because people abuse the fishery over the years with their trawlers and bottom draggers and all that, that the fish population is just not there anymore. Yeah, it's overcast where I'm at as well. I think we're going to get a bit of rain today, so overcast is usually good for fishing. I always caught the better fish when it was like just a little bit of speckle of rain. I found that the fish were a little bit more bitey, I guess you want to call it, or ready to take on your bait anyway. Oh, it's not roasting here. What do you guys still got a heat wave going on, Tony? I don't know what the temperature is here today. It's not the warmest, but it's not cold. Alright, I don't think I got enough on this field to make another bale. I'm not going to worry about it, so we'll start moving our equipment. Now we're going to head over to the farm and we're going to sleep through the night now and get this daylight back. Then we're going to have to come back here in the morning, grab the John Deere, and we got to start bringing everything over to the other field that we're working on. I got a beacon on this new tractor now, so I can turn the beacon on. I'm on the wrong side of the road. I'm in the United Kingdom on this map, not Canada. Yeah, early in the morning or late in the evening I always found was good too. The time of the day. Just before the sun went down, I always like to go fishing. I think they say dawn and dusk for them are good times for fishing. Yeah, exactly. Go in the daytime so you can actually see what you're doing. Now, cement tractor, I'm going to cut you off. Okay, we can shut this beacon off. Alright, now what I'm going to do before we actually go to sleep, well no, I'm going to have to run over and no, I can pick that up with the John Deere. I'm going to run back up through the fields here and we'll pick that John Deere up and we'll bring that back to the farm. So then when we start going over to the other field, we don't have so long to run. So we'll run off and get that now and bring it down to the farm for the night. I'm leasing this equipment too, and I don't really want to keep it on someone else's property overnight. It's bad enough I got the mower down on another field, but that's our tractor. If anything happens to it, well, we'll have to get it fixed, but you never know around this farm, because every now and again you'll hear guns going off and chainsaws going and everything. Nice and peaceful walking though here at 1 o'clock in the morning. What's the temperature there now, Tony? I think the temperature where we are right now is 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. Now tomorrow is supposed to go up into the mid-20s and a nice sunny day, so I'll be able to get out and get some gardening work done, and the grass will probably be ready to be mowed again and all that. Alright, so let's get in our John Deere here. Actually, you know what? The other tractor that we got is the lease tractor. So I hope no one picks at it overnight. Now guys, you guys are going to have to bear with me, traffic. So I got to come in and grab this now and bring that over with us. I should be able to attach this onto the front of the John Deere. I don't got the weight on, nope. Okay. So how did that get in so I can't attach to it? So what I'm going to have to do is improvise. And get it so we can hook up to it. Now what I'm going to do when I do the other field, I tried it on the other tractor, the one we sold earlier, and it wouldn't work very good, so I'm actually going to try it on this John Deere, because this John Deere got a lot more horsepower, and I'm going to try to do the tedding and windrowing at the same time. I think the only downfall is the tedder is just a little bit smaller, so I might actually just hook the tedder up to the other tractor, the windrower on this one, and we'll use the follow me mod and get the worker to follow behind us. I hope no other car comes, because I'm on the wrong side of the road, and yeah, there is one coming. Let's try to scoot back in before he hits us. Alright, so now let's go in and make it daylight so we can see what we're doing. So we did a 3.5 hour stream last night, and that's all we did was baling, and we still don't have it done. So let's sleep for 8 hours. That'll the maximum. That'll give us enough to get us into around what, 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock in the morning. That's late day to start. So I guess the first thing we'll bring over is the John Deere. We'll get that brought over. Now, I'm trying to figure out what's the fastest way to get over there. I think if we come up here and cut across. We still got to lease a bit of equipment to pick up that straw in our field before we can get it ready for the next planting. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think the grass field is just over on the other side of this path. Oh yeah, The UFO, yeah. What map is that again? I did see it, but I can't remember the map. But yeah, there is a UFO on it. Is it not Mercury Farms? It's oh man, I forget the name of it. I got the map. I do have that map, the one with the UFO right in the back. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it out right now. All right, looks like we don't need to. We don't need to do no more grass cutting. Looks like that finished last night while we were doing the other field over there. That looks like it's all cut and that, so that's good. Not Mercury Farms. It's, I know it's an alien gym map, though. That's the hardest part of this challenge that I'm doing, is where I'm not allowed to tab into vehicles. There's a lot of running around, getting the different tractors and that. Imagine doing this on like a 8x map or even a 4x map. Man, it'll take you forever to walk to the places. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember the name. I don't know if is it Washoe? But yeah, there is a UFO on it. I think I saw DJ Goham reviewing it or something. Is where I saw it. And I ended up getting it. All right, let's get everything organized here now. We'll get this tractor out of the way. We can fold up the mower. We're actually done with the mower now for good. And what I'm thinking is if I'm just going to put the mower over here out of the way. We might be able to utilize all three tractors here now. Get a nice assembly line going. So now we'll drop the tether off here so we can attach that to the... No, lift it up. Drop it. And we'll put the tether on the case. John Deere can follow behind. So what we'll do is get everything lined up out here. Okay. We can unfold that. Now we'll run over and we'll grab the baler. And we'll get that to come by behind the John Deere, and we'll get that to do the baling. There we go. And then we will get in the case, hook up to the tedder, and everything will follow us, hopefully. This lined up. We'll try to get as much as we can. Now, one more thing we need to do. We need to jump out now and get the John Deere following the case. And we'll see how it goes. It might be a travesty. As long as we get hay bales at the end, I'm happy. Because I think if a little bit of grass mixes in with it, the majority is hay, so it'll register as hay. Yeah, you know what? I haven't played with Courseplay on FS19 yet. I used it all the time in 17, but I haven't touched it in 19 yet. I really got to start playing with it and get used to the commands in it now and all that. Yeah. Okay, how come you guys are not picking nothing up? So that was a fail. I had everything down and it never followed me. It followed me, but it just wouldn't pick nothing up. It looks like it picked up the bales, but it started to bale a bit by the looks of it, but it never finished it. Is it picking anything up? No, the baler's not even working. Probably because I all started it all while it was off of the field, so they decided they decided to turn off what I had turned on. That's alright. What I'm going to do now is I'll jump out and I'll stop them from following me, and when I go with the John Deere to do the windrow, and I'll get the baler to follow behind us. Oh, let's get in and shut that off rather than waste fuel. And we'll go out and relieve this worker for now so we're not being charged. There we go. Alright, and we can get back to work. I'm going to actually hire a worker. Just give me a moment there, guys. I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. I'm just going to go make a cup of coffee. So bear with me, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep the worker working on that. I'm going to jump out. And we'll go out and grab the other tractors. Now, where are they? They're up this way. And we'll get the other stuff done while that worker's doing all that good old work. Alright, Roy. Thanks for dropping by, man. I appreciate you dropping in. You get back to work now. And, I got to stream with Nick the Hick and that later. But after he's done, I'm thinking about doing another one myself, so keep an eye out for me. Yeah, let's get this guy following. So now we're going to start the tractor. Get everything ready to go. And hopefully it does it this time. Alright, let's start this up. Make sure it's working. Now when I get down a little bit, I'll just look behind now, make sure that the bale worker is getting that done. Yep. So now we got to take our time so he stays behind us, because he has to stop every now and again and drop the bales. But I find at least this way we'll get it done a bit quicker. We've been a long time working at this baling. It's time to get it done. I see a little bit of grass there, but hopefully now the hay will take over for that grass and it'll all turn into hay. If not, we'll just sell the grass bales. I think we'll have enough hay bales to get everything to work. Turning radius on this is not the best. That's the worst thing about it. I'll look behind every now and again, just make sure he's still following us. Look at that big piece of grass there that never even got cut. Oh well. Now, if everything works smoothly like this for the rest of it, we'll be okay. Wow, that bird just came down and went up really weird. This is the part I'm a little bit worried about. Hopefully it don't turn to grass. I don't hear that other tractor. He's way up there. I'll let him catch up a bit now before we continue. Make sure he stays behind us. I think I got him set for 40 feet behind. Alright, that should be close enough. This is what I'm worried about, because this is going to be grass here. Majority of it is hay though, so usually I find whatever the majority of whatever's in the baler, that's what it turns into. But when we get back down to the other end of the field, wow, what's going on with that over there? I'm actually thinking about getting rid of that mod. Why is he blocked by an object? Oh man. That was me turning. I turned too close to the hedge, and he's stuck on the hedge now. Well, it'll let us catch up anyway now. So next time I come down here, I won't turn as late. Oh, thank you for the follow there, Wolf Pepper. Appreciate it. Thank you for joining us here today. All right, so let's get that on follow again. It's so finicky sometimes with the follow me that I mean that I didn't even have to really back up to move it. I could have turned right on the spot, but they didn't. That's weird. Look, the way this field is, the way the trees are. Maybe that's why I didn't cut the grass here. Lots of space to turn around up at this end of the field anyway. Now, once we get the baling contracts done, what are we going to do next? We're going to still pick up some more contracts, of course. We're going to lease out probably a forage wagon. It's too bad that I couldn't take this equipment on my field and use it while I still got it under contract, but it won't allow you because you can only use it on contracted fields. Trust me, I've tried. And because if that was the case, we could have baled up our straw and we could have sold that off. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to lease a forage wagon, and we'll have to pick up our straw that way. Unless I can buy a real cheap one. Because we're going to eventually need it anyway, because once we get the animals on the farm, they do require straw for bedding. So maybe I got a cheap modded forage wagon that we can use. Welcome back. I wish I had one of them jobs that I can tune into YouTube and Twitch while I'm working. Alright, I'm going to have to slow down a bit here now, make sure he catches up to us again. Nice size field too. I wonder if I go into the map, how much is this field to purchase? Oh, that's a big field. To purchase this field here, it would cost 155,000 pounds. We're quite away from that yet. But we're getting there. We're at 43,000 pounds. I didn't think I was going to have that. But we do. All because we sold off a little bit of equipment and got some cheaper stuff. Now what I'm going to do to make it easier on the baler and we can get this stuff at the end, I'm going to cut the field up a bit. And by doing this here, he'll be able to follow us a bit better. And we can make that turn better down at the bottom. Oh, I was looking at my screen and I never, I gotta watch where I'm going. I hope that don't mess up the baler when he comes up. So I better slow down now, let him catch up again. He's got to go around that tree. Hopefully you don't bang into it like I would. Alright, so we'll just wait here for a second and let him catch up. Oh my god, he's so slow. Come on. Now, I'm just more worried about him going around the trees there. Hopefully he'll do it okay. I'll move down just a little bit. See how he's going to do it now. Oh. That's good. He's getting most of the... Yeah, he followed that pretty good. I'm impressed. Crashed a map for cutting down the trees. Wonder why that would happen. I've never seen a map crash because you cut down trees. Now apparently there was an issue with trees with frame rates and stuff like that, but apparently Giants fixed it in the 1.4 patch by... See, whenever you cut a tree down, there was still tree left under the ground. And even when you got rid of the stump, it was leaving, I guess, a print of that tree underneath the ground that you couldn't see. And it was, every time you cut down a tree, it acts as an object and it requires more frames per second on your map to go. So that was on this map here that it crashed for cutting trees. Well, listen, I got no worries about that because I won't be cutting down any trees. Because I can't stand logging. Like, I look at some of these maps that they got out now, and like if I had to play a map that was all forest and you had to cut the trees down before you can make your arable crops and stuff like that, I would hire someone to come in and cut my trees down for me because I don't want to do it. Wow, that's weird. Now, I've been playing this map for several weeks now. No, I have not had any issues yet. I'm wondering, Roy, is it conflicting with any of your mods that you have installed? Like when the game crashes, do you go out and look at the log and see what the log says why it crashed? Because sometimes if it's conflicting with another mod, the log will let you know that. I just had a little glitch then with the glance mod. It was going crazy, but it was when he got stuck down on the hedge down below. It started flashing up there like there was one and another one underneath, so I don't know. Alright, I better slow down again or he's gonna lose my track. We don't got much more of this left to do anyway. What I'll do is I'll slowly go down to the bottom here, and I'm gonna have to run over and grab that case tractor. No. Yeah, the case tractor. I'm in the John Deere. And we'll move that out of the way. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll create a saved game of this. I'll copy my save game so I don't ruin my progress. And what I'll do is I'll actually go out and I will try to cut some trees down and see what happens. See if the game crashes on me by cutting trees down. So you're talking about them trees over here between fields 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, we'll move this over here out of the way. We're pretty much done with that tractor now. We won't need that one anymore. Nope. Let's turn the tractor back on. I don't know why I even turned it off. Okay, you're on PS4 playing. Now, I don't know if I still... I'll have to check to see if I got FS19 for PS4. I think I do. I never play it on PS4 because I find the mods on PC are much better. But yeah, I'll test it on the PS4. I'll even test it on the PC version as well. The only thing I play on PS4 these days now is MLB The Show 2019. Love that game. Now, let's come up and grab this. I'm going to try to grab this because it's going to center it. And he will follow my center lead. Then I'll be able to turn around and come back and grab that other bit a little bit nicer. You know, it's funny. It allows me to rake the grass that's not in the field boundaries, but when I go to try to bale it, it won't let me do it. Alright, so yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll cut all them trees down. I'll just save this folder so I can come back to my series. And then I'll cut them trees down, and then I'll go on my PS4 and I'll start a series over there, and I'll just cut the trees down. I'll just cheat in a bunch of money and I'll cut the trees down and see if it crashes. Alright, that's done. So I'll put that on follow, And that baler is going to follow us anyway. And we'll get all these vehicles brought back to the farm. We'll just wait, make sure he gets this finished. Will he get one more last bale out of it? Oh. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump into him, and there's a little bit around the field. We'll get one more bale. That baler is almost full. It's almost a waste just to leave it. So there should be enough around the bottom here to fill that baler up. Now I got it measuring in tons, so I don't know how many tons it takes to make a bale, but I look at the top part, we're at 98%. 99, we need 34 more liters. Ah, there we go. Fold everything up. Now we can go over and start following behind, and we'll get these back to the farm. Then off to the store, and we will lease a bale trailer. Alright, let's go back to the farm now. Now it's freaking out again. Is someone stuck? That's how I know something's going wrong. See up top now, the glance mod is going all crazy. I don't know how you're stuck. There's nothing there to get you stuck on. Nothing. Now that everything is fine, it's not flashing no more. Okay, well maybe it's good that it does flash and it gives me a warning. Don't tell me you're stuck again. What, I can't use this tractor? Is he going to follow? No, he's not going to follow. So I'm having a bit of issue. So what I'll do is I'll bring the case. Oh no, he's following now. Oh my. Come on, guys. Come on. There you go. You also play on PC as well? Or do you only have Farming Simulator for PS4? Now, I'm just going to leave them mowers there because once we complete the contract, they'll just disappear anyway. That's the thing about contracts. When you complete them, it just takes the equipment from you. You don't have to drop it off back at the shop. We'll look at it as delivery service. They come and pick it up by delivery. And see, if we can afford another field, then I can get rid of this field here by our shed. And we'll be able to put more things down in here. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop following. Shut that down. And we'll go behind. Now, I'm going to go get a bale trailer, but I'm going to use the case. And the reason why I'm going to use the case tractor is because I'm going to burn their fuel, not ours. Now, because we're actually paying to do the lease the equipment, so we might as well use their fuel. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this tether off. Well, if you want some advice, FS19 is better on PC. Like the mod base, if you like doing big maps, the downfall with PS4 is you've got your slot counts, so you can only have so many mods purchased on your farm. And then once you get close to your slot count, then you got to start, okay, well, I'm not going to be using this, I got to get rid of this. So, and every map that's on PS4 is a 2x map. You can't get a 4x map. You can't get an 8x map. I mean, there's 16x maps coming out that you won't even be able to try with it. Oh, welcome back home now, Tony. Now you can watch on your computer rather than your phone and use up all your data. So what we're at now, Tony, if you missed it, we got all of the grass all done. It's all baled up now. We're going to go over and we're going to lease a bale trailer, because I'm not using that. I think that might hold 3 bales at the most. So that's 6 bales at a time. It's going to take forever. So I'm going to go in and lease one of the Anderson DLC bale trailers. I think it'll pay off in the long run. Yeah, we're spending more money out of what we're going to make, but it's not going to take as long and we can get other things done. So this one here takes 24 bales, and to lease this one it's going to cost 2,500 pounds, almost 2,600. So we will lease it. Now, like I said, the first field we got to do is field 59, I believe it is. Because that one gets dropped off at a different sell point. Now, hopefully there's enough bales on that field. If not, we'll have to rob another hay bale from one of the other fields to complete it. Yeah, I like city builder games. I play City Skylines. I'll tell you another one I like. Transport Fever I like. Banished. Banished is another one I like. Now, where's this field to? I think it's just down around the corner here. We did this one last night and I forget where it's at already. I'm just looking for the field with all the bales in it. Some of the trees on this map you can cut down, like the ones over by field 1. These ones around here can be. But some of them are a pain as well. Alright, let's get this ready to start picking these up. That looks like a grass bale almost. Is it? That's grass, isn't it? Or is it hay? No, it's grass, so I don't know if that's going to count. That might not count, but we'll see what happens. tell you another game I like, actually. Oh, what's it called? RimWorld. RimWorld was a pretty cool game. Man, there's still a lot of grass laying around this field too, so we may have to come back and get it. I didn't realize how much. It was getting dark when we were finishing off this field, so I didn't really notice how much was left. But we'll find out momentarily. I think the drop-off point for this is just around the corner here anyway. All the other ones got to go to the livestock market. But before I do anything, I will double check because I don't want to drop it off and it not count for anything. Okay, so we got 15 bales, but now one of them is grass. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Now let's go into our contract. This is field 59. And we'll look for field 59 on our contracts. And that goes to the straw barn. Alright, and the straw barn, I believe, is just right here. Yep. Now once we get this done, we'll finish the further out fields first from the livestock market. So that'll be our silage bales and all the other hay bales that were up at that other field. Well, I got a bunch of straw bales here that I own. I dropped them in the wrong spot. Alright, let's get these dropped off, see if it'll finish our contract for us. Oh yes, and we made 508 pounds on sold bales. Alright, so 59 is done, but I'm not going to complete it yet because I don't want to lose the equipment. And this might be the field that I actually have leased out. So what we'll do next now, we'll get the silage bales one completed. And then we'll move on to the other two hay fields. Slowly getting it done. Hopefully by the end of this in-game day we'll have it all completed. I just noticed, Wolf Pepper, thank you for hosting me on Twitch there. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been a long couple of hours working on bales. So I want to get our crops ready to go again. There's so many bales. I mean, it's going to take a while just to get all these picked up. Alright, I just got to take this phone call. I'm just going to mute my mic, but I'll still be working. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting, guys. Alright, so we got to get these silage bales dropped off to the livestock market. Look at that. We leased out this trailer for $2,500. We were at £43,000. We're already back up to $42,000, so that's not bad. Hopefully now we'll make a bit of profit on the silage bales because they sell for a bit better, I believe. Yeah, I'm just bringing up my map, make sure that I see that I'm going to the right place. Imagine if I dropped them off at the wrong. I guess it wouldn't let you sell them anyway, where it is contract based. I don't need that mini map up. Bring it up when I need it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to get these baling contracts completed. Now, where's the sell point for these? I'm hoping they're just right here. Nope, right back. I don't see no other spot, so it's got to be this little area here. %, transported to field 60. Okay, so we're almost done that one. I'm just going to run over and grab some of them hay bales as well. We're right next to it. There we go. Yeah, I know, man. This week is gone already. Hard to believe, isn't it? I think the other... Just about grab these ones here. These are real close. Get them done. Now, I'm wondering if it'll let me mix silage bales and... Well, yeah, because I have one grass bale on that other load that we had. So I'll be able to pick up the rest of them silage bales. And then we'll start on that other hay field up by that silage field that we were working on. Alright, we'll drop this down. Quite a few on this field, too. More than 24, that's for sure. Now, it'd be nice if you can get a worker picking all these up for you. I would actually go and lease another bale trailer and work on the other fields as well. Let's go up and grab this one here in the woods. I think this is the one when we came around the tree that time. Man, I really love this bale trailer. I like how it stacks them. Like, you remember the other bale trailer for the round ones and the square ones? It would stack them straight up. I like how this one, if you unload it, it keeps them flat to the ground and in that triangular shape. I think that's so cool. Grab that one, and we gotta wait for that to push back. Oh, you're streaming tonight as well? What are you streaming tonight, Tony? I'll tune in. It's gonna be a busy night. I'm gonna do a stream. Dragon's doing a stream. You're doing a stream. Nick's doing a stream. You doing Farming Simulator or Car Mechanic? How many we got? We got 17 on now. Probably be 2 trips on this field. And that really big field, field 51, that's going to be about 3 trips to get it all done. Yes, I guess we got about half of them. By the time we get this trailer filled up, we should have half of them picked up anyway. Now, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Exactly 24 left there right now, so we got room for 1 more, and we'll come back and pick up the other 23. Oh yeah, Nick, Dragon, and then myself, so busy watching streams tonight, yeah, that's for sure. Well, Nick's stream tonight is an hour. Dragon's usually on for an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I just stay on count till I can't do it no more. Sometimes I just need to take a break. Now I'm going to try to get in closer this time so when I make my turn I don't bang into them vehicles. %63 done on that field now. So we got another full trailer load. So we'll make a few dollars on some extra bales. I was actually thinking I might even keep some on that last. Now I'm wondering, well, is that counting for this field that I'm taking them off of? Because sometimes it don't. Because I got multiple contracts. It might be doing it for the other bigger field. And then at the end, you got them all, and then you should have some bales left over. It's different with the silage contract because it's only one field that's got silage on it, so you know that it's not quite ready or not completed. Okay, so only the field that you are collecting them from, okay. This is the part I hate, when you gotta wait for it to push them back and you just want to keep on loading them on. Yeah, I think there's like 6 or 7 silage bales left there. We were at 93%. I was thinking about keeping some for the farm, but I got no animals yet, so I don't really need to keep any of this. There's going to be a lot more baling contracts coming around, so when we do have time to get the animals, we'll pick up a baling contract again. I probably won't pick up this many the next time, but we'll pick up 1 or 2 and we'll be able to get some silage bales and some hay bales and grass or whatever we need. Now, if that's not the case, we can always buy them at the shop. No, the only reason why I said that, I was doing a contract. I had 2 contracts on this map before, and I was harvesting, I'm not sure if it was oats or barley, and 2 of them had different drop-off points, and I went to one drop-off point, but I was collecting from another field. But I guess it's because I went to the drop-off for that field. Is what the reason why I never collected it for the field that I was actually collecting them on. So by the time we get all these baling contracts done, I'm thinking we're going to be over 60,000 pounds. Depending on how long it takes, because if we keep this trailer, well, we're 0.3 hours now, so we're not too bad. We should have it done within the hour. See, we were right close to this field and drop-off point. Now we got to go all the way to the other side of the map just to get the bales. Now see that? See, because we have another contract open, it finished a contract on field 6. But we never made no profit on the extra bales. It used them for the contract on field 51. Now what we'll do is we'll go pick up the silage bales until we got every one of them picked up, and if there's more room still on the trailer, we'll go pick up some of the hay bales. Enjoy this long drive back to the other side of the map. It's only a 2x map, but it still takes a while to get around. Yeah, they both use the same drop-off point. Actually, the silage bales, the hay, and the 2 fields that we had left with the hay bales had the same drop point. And because they have the same drop point, it recognized that I was taking the bales off of field 6 first, so it completed that contract. And then it said, okay, well, you still got a contract left, so we're going to count them towards that contract. Now, when we drop off the silage bales, I think it's only going to take 1 or 2 more to complete the contract. So the few that we have left, we'll make a profit on them. I think there's 4 or 5 or 6 left on the field there, so it wasn't very many. You know, some of these maps are done in really good quality, but every now and again, like did you see on the road there, you get the blinking texture sometimes. That's the unfortunate part. And it's all it is the way the layers of the map are joining each other. You get that little jitter sometimes. Man, I'm still impressed with these silage bale wrappings. I really like them. It's cool how they put the print on it. So I actually went in and looked at the XML on it. And I might be able to change it so that the design actually shows up once the silage bale is completed. So once it's wrapped, then it will put the logo on it. Now this is the field that's going to take about 3 trips to get done. After this little one. Yeah, I never thought about that. I might actually be able to do that myself. Just go in and replace the texture he's using for the logo and put my logo on it. But then I won't be able to have purple bale wrappings because my logo is purple. That's a good idea, Tony. Thanks, man. I'm going to try that. Wouldn't work for you? Yeah, sometimes it's the way you copy the texture in. And depending on what software you're using too. Like I use Photoshop, and I also use Adobe 3D Max. I'm not really fussy on Blender. Alright, we got enough for 3 more bales, I think, or is it... Nope, 4. Might as well get these ones over here. Now, I'm just wondering, is there a shortcut? Maybe if I cut right across up here, we might be able to get there faster. Do it all off-road. Because I think just up here we can get to Windmill Hill, and then we can cut down. Yeah, there's the windmills. This is where the chicken farm was. But because start from scratch, you don't get any of that. Now, I gotta watch where I'm going now, because I get mixed up when I get down here sometimes. There's another big opening down here. This was another farm area. So if you started in new farmer mode, all the farms would be here with all the houses and all that. And then you had the option to build them, right? They weren't built, and you'd go over and click on that little coggle wheel, and it would build them for you. Now, I think it's just straight down here. Now we get out to the main road, and yeah, it's a lot faster. So are you still trying to get your logo on it, or did Papa do it for you? I did a bunch for Night Cop 34 for Factory Farm back in FS17. He wanted a couple of logos put on his tippers, so I did all them up for him. Maya, yeah, that's Maya's something else, that program. No better than Giant's GE program. Alright, let's keep an eye on now, see how much money we make from the silage bales. Yeah, they won't be much longer coming out now. So we made 2,700 pounds on sold bales, and we're at 40% now on field 51. So that's a good profit. That's a good profit. We might get up over 70,000 pounds before we're done all this. That'd be nice. Alright, let's get back and pick up another load of them. Like I said, we'll probably have another 2 full loads and a partial load on that last field. You know, it's probably no faster, but I'm going to go this way again anyway. By the time you actually go up and twist around and everything, is no different. Just you got no traffic slowing you down this way. You're off-road, so there's no traffic in here. Yeah, that's what I do too. I'd wait for the factory scripts to come out. I say they won't be much longer before they're released. I say it's going to be around the same time when the Seasons mod comes out. Because it's going to require an update, and they're not going to do an update just for factory scripts. They're going to wait till it's a bigger one, like maybe a DLC. Now, Class DLC was announced, so we're getting Class into the game. But you know what? All them DLCs, you get them all because you want to have them. But I find that, like, I got a bunch of Class right now, and it's all modded, and it's going to be better than what they put in the game. The only difference is it's good for people that are on PlayStation 4 and whatnot, because a lot of the Class mods that are out now are not on PS4. They're only on PC. So really, that's the only difference. People on computer, we got Class. I mean, I got tractors, I got implements, I got combines. I got a lot of Class. Here, I'll just go in and show you. Just watch. So if I go into... Oh, wrong one. If I go into the shop and I go to... Now, let's... Class. So I'm... Look. I got all kinds of Class. From mowers to everything. And I guarantee you, every one of these are going to be better than anything they put out in that DLC. But yet, when the DLC comes out, they'll probably want about €29.99. You mark my words, you wait and see. That's how these companies make their money these days. They put out the base game and they don't charge an arm and a leg for it no more. But they purposely don't put content in the game because they want to release DLCs and sell the DLCs to make more money. And us as consumers are just as bad as they are, because we go along with it and we buy it because you got to have it. Right? Like, you look at that game World of Warcraft. I mean, people play that all the time. And in order to play that game, you got to be paying a monthly fee. A monthly fee. And it's not cheap. But you know what? If you see how many people actually play that game, they're making a fortune. wonder how many bales are in this field. I never did count them. But there's a lot. Try to get the ones on the furthest part of the field first. There's enough down here to fill the trailer almost twice. It's probably going to be 4 trips to this field. But we do get a lot of money for this contract on this one. And this is the biggest field on the map, I think. Come on, you're not full yet. So I'm just going to do a quick count and see how many more trips we'll have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 25 more bales. Imagine that, 25 bales. So we're going to have to make another trip after this plus one more to bring one bale. I say that last bale will be going to the farm and we'll leave it there. Eventually we will require hay and it'll be on the farm for when we need it. Now what I'm going to do is when I get over and drop these ones off, I'm just going to go make a quick coffee. And we'll continue back and we'll pick up the last remaining few bales and then we can finish out these, thank God. 2 full streams doing bales. Wrap the last bale, even though it's hay, will it still turn to silage? I think it will. But then I'd have to lease the wrapper again in order to get it. But maybe I might. Maybe I might. I might do a test. I might go out and see if I can change the logo on the wrapper and see if I can get mine put on it. And then I can leave that on the farm and it'll always have my symbol on it. Yeah, because it don't matter if it's grass or hay. It'll still turn into silage. All silage is fermented grass or hay. So that'll be my task for later. See if I can actually put my own logo on the bale wrappings. That's what I want to get eventually. I want to purchase all them fields in there. Every single one of them. 1 through 8. Cut down every one of the trees. And turn this into one big massive field. That's my goal on this map. Now it's not so bad. Like I can actually first purchase the first ones over here because there's no trees in between them. And I don't know if they sell in like they must sell in a bundle. Let me see. So if I were to go here, yeah. So you get all of that. 232,000 pounds, and that'll be around the same. But man, look at the field you'll be able to make in there. Yeah, you got rid of a lot of mods, so next thing you know, Wayne will be in saying, Tony, where's this mod? I really want this mod in. So what are we at? 81%. So yeah, we'll have quite a few bales left over to sell. It's probably not going to be as many. We probably won't make as much as the silage. But we'll be close. Okay, just give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a coffee. Alright, I'm back. Now, let's get this finished off. One more trip. One more trip. And then we'll go back over and grab that other bale and bring it to the farm. Let me catch up there now. All games becoming subscription-based games, yeah. Did you check out the FSL? No, I haven't. I'm interested. Actually, I was watching Virtual Farmer. And he was doing, he did 2 live streams where he was doing the Farm Sim League, man. And it looks like a great bit of fun. So it's something I would definitely like to try. Definitely would like to try it. And it all comes down to strategy too, because like there's so many different ways your opponent can block you. Like for one, I'm trying to remember back to his stream now, like you can have 2 harvesters, but they can block you by saying you can only have 1 and all that, but it all comes down to strategy. Right? And if you drop them in the bottom part of the barn, the bales, you're only getting 1 point. You only get so many points, but you get more points if you put them through the conveyor belt. So yeah, it looks like a grand bit of fun, man. I'd love to try it. I got to get the mod for it, actually. You get that on the Farming Sim League website, isn't it? Oh man, this is a long contract. I don't think I'll ever do baling ever again. You make a lot of money doing it, though, I must say. Like, I got my economy and all that on hard, I think it is. Alright, man. Well, you gotta set me up with it then if you got the key. I'd love to give it a shot. Have you tried it yet yourself? Man, it looks... Like, people think that it's going to be easy. Just go in, make your bales, and deliver them. But there's so much more to it. There's so much strategy involved. And you don't got much time to get it all done. I think what I saw on Virtual Farmer's website is you got 15 minutes. Now I'm wondering, I've never done baling contracts before. If I keep that last bale, once I finish the contract, will it disappear on me? It shouldn't, should it? Because once the contract is 100% full, anything left over is mine to keep, right? Now this is the last bale down at the bottom part of the field. We won't need to come down here no more. I don't see no more, nothing down in the hedges there. So it's just these few now in the center. Nope. Actually, we're going to have 2 bales left over. Pat's streaming now too, is he? Yeah, Pat's streaming almost every day now. I enjoy watching him. I like giving him a hard time. Now the only thing is I'm going to have to pick them 2 bales up before I end all the contracts, or I won't have access to that land no more and I won't be able to pick the bales up off of it. I wonder if I can cut across here and not bang into any fences. Try to make it a bit quicker. There's probably no way out. Fences everywhere. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't do it. I gotta go around. Cut through the woods here, though. You try to make your path shorter and you end up making it longer. Come on, stop slowing me down. If I owned it all, the land, I'd have a chainsaw with me and I'd cut every one of them down. Right? I mean, you got a big road here, a big pathway here. You think they'd have openings on multiple spots on the field so you can get into them on different ways. Yeah, no, I shouldn't lose it, but I have to pick them up and bring them back to the farm because I know I won't have access to that land. And then as soon as I end the contract, anything on that, like any extra bales or like you see the little pieces of hay that are left in the field, that all disappears. So I'm pretty sure if I don't deliver them back to the farm, I will lose them. And we might get charged another hour for the bale trailer because we're at 0.9 hours now. So buddy, I'm not slowing down. I would reduce my speed to 1 times, but I'm not allowed. But that's okay. I think we still are going to make a good profit. I'm just wondering, you know, if I lease this trailer for another hour, that's $2,500 more. It might not even be worth going back getting them other bales. Unload it, Morpheus. Unload it, or your time is going to run out. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. You want to know what? I'm not going to bother with it. I don't need them bales. So I'm going to go into the garage before they charge me. And I'm going to get that brought back. Yep, you're done. Because you want to know what I can do? I can go back to the farm. Oh my god, sorry. I can go back to the farm and I'm going to grab my other tractor. Or I can go to the shop, actually, and pick up them bale forks at the shop on this tractor and bring the 2 bales back that way. At least then I won't be charged for that bale trailer for another hour. Oh, perfect, man. Thanks, Tony. Guess what, guys? We just about got the bale contracts completed. Well, we got them all completed. We just need to finalize them, but I don't want to do it until I get them 2 bales. And we'll get them back to the farm. And then we'll find out what our grand total is for getting it all done. Okay, how many do you need altogether? 6, is it? So now I don't know if these bale prongs, I guess that's what you can call them, bale prongs, are auto load or are they just run into them and it lifts them up. But I'm sure we'll find out now when we get them on. I could have just went to the farm and picked up our other tractor with our bale forks and went and picked them up, but you know what? We got these leased, so we might as well use them. We still got to come back here and pick up our trailer. Yeah, these take 3 bales a piece, I think. So I only really need 1. So I'll put it on the front. Field's just around the corner here. Not this turn off, but the next one, I believe. And we'll get them last 2 bales and we'll get this completed for good. And look at all the... There is still a lot of grass, probably enough for even another bale or 2 between all the fields. Now, I'm going to bring up the F1 menu because I don't know if these are... So fold. Lower. So lower them. Okay, so they're going to have to go on that. They're going to have to go on this way. Come on, turn. I know you're lowered, but... Okay, we got 1 on. Now watch, as soon as I back up, that's going to come off, yeah. There we go. Now, hopefully they stay on. I'll just take my time and I'll take the back route. I shouldn't though because it's bumpier this way. Now, I don't know if I have to... Oh, I knew... Oh, come on. I probably had to fold them. So if I lift up and I fold it. Yeah, when you fold it, it pushes them together. Alright, so I'll let that one roll to where it's going to stop. Take my time. Line it up. Drop it. Come on, stop moving. Now we'll lift it up and we'll fold it. There we go. Now, know my luck, they'll fall out through the front just before I get to the farm. Yeah, I guess by folding it, it pushes them together so they keep them a bit tighter. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't be able to hold 3. So you know, imagine we only use these. How many trips would it have been? Because I'd only be able to take 4 at a time rather than 24. Now, stay away from the logs so I don't bounce the vehicle too much. I don't care as long as I get them on our land. I'll push that in a bit. I can come out with our other tractor, and I knew something like that was going to happen. All right. Now, can you believe that? I am stuck. I'm stuck. All right. Let's see what we could do. I'll go get our other tractor. Drop the bale fork on it. Now. Yeah, so when we get a chance now also, you'll see I'm going to have to take our bale fork that we have here in the shed, and we're going to have to bring it over to the shop and get them to paint it. Because I don't think the blue is going to go with this green tractor. Alright. Lift that up now so I don't make a mess. Then people wonder why I don't like baling. Because, man, I hate stacking bales. I hate anything about it. Any kind of, like, these transportation missions, I wouldn't be able to do them because I'm no good at stacking anything. I think that other one is on our property enough that I can come back and get it. I don't drop them in the shed here, keep them out of the weather. Now, let's zoom in a little bit so we can see what I'm doing. Try to get them in the back corner as far as I can. Now I'm wondering, can I get underneath that tractor and pick up the bale and at the same time topple that tractor over? No, not going to work. The tractor's too heavy. Tractor's too heavy. Maybe I can... I'm so glad that's the lease tractor. Not one we own. see if I can get this. There we go. And put this one right on top if I can. If I can line it up. Okay, so bring it up a bit. And we just got to come back just a little. And that should look good right there. There we go. Oh my god. That's pretty neat for me. We can actually leave this in the shed here now. Alright, now let's go finish them contracts and we can get rid of that tipped over tractor on our property. We didn't do it. I never saw a thing. I was over here the whole time. Lights left on in this tractor. Running down the battery. It's like I own the equipment. Alright, contracts. Where are they? So we can get rid of that one. Collect. Collect. And did we make over our 70,000? What do you think, guys? Do you think we made over 70,000? Yeah, I should go grab a screenshot of it. I'm going to go grab a screenshot of the tipped over tractor. I should have got it while it was on the bale. I can actually get it from the stream. I'll do a screenshot from the screen. 60K? I think we're closer to 80K. And let's go look. Well, almost. 74,680. Now what I'm wondering. I'm going to need to get. I'm going to need to get a loading wagon. Is there a cheap one? Do I got a cheap old mod? Like I got one there, 15,000. I don't like it right off the beginning because it's dollies. So let's keep on moving. So I got one there, 56,000. 46,000. Oh, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. We can't really afford one right now. But if I were to go in and lease that, so we can pick up our straw. Let me go in and look at my balers. 49 for that one, but I know I got some cheaper ones here. What do we got? 49. 35,000 for that one. That's not bad. That's not bad. Do I got any more? 56 for that one. Oh, look at these ones. And they do a they do a regular size bale, 4,000 liters. And it's only 11,000. What about this one? This one does it too. Press roll baler. That's only 20. Let's go and have a look at it. You know, that might work. I'm going to buy that. I'm actually going to buy that. Because it takes a 4,000 liter bale, so that's a regular size bale. Now, I guess this is the only tractor right now. I'll grab this one. We'll run over and grab that. And man, we're still over 70,000, so I can almost even look at getting another field. Because if we get another field at a nice price, then that's another field that we can make income on. Ah! Oh, I knew I wasn't getting through that one. Build a silo. Yeah, I should go in and look at the prices of my silos as well. Maybe that's a good idea. Then we can store our grains. We can store our grain then. But I was thinking if I can get a good field for 40, 50,000 and make it bigger. Oh yeah, that's a fair size baler. That is a fair size baler. For cheap too. It'll do what we want it to do anyway. Now, I don't know how it works. We're going to find out. I'm going to go back to the farm and test it. Because I'm on the road, I better put the beacons on, man, because everyone's frightened to death when they see me on the road that I'm going to bang into them. Let's give this a try before it gets nighttime. Look at that, though. Another full day gone. Pretty much. And we just got the baling contracts done. And here I am going down the road. And what am I hauling behind me? Another baler. With my Logitech G29, I got the Logitech shifter with it. It's too bad. Is there a mod out there where you can actually change gears in your tractors? Rather than just forward and reverse? Now, I'm going to have to bring out the F1 menu. So, unfold baler, that's normal. So, let's unfold it and see what happens. Okay, we're going to lower the pickup and turn it on. Boy, oh boy, this might actually work. The baler's in there somewhere, you can't really see it. Oh, no, wrong way. Keep it straight. Trying to zoom in and drive at the same time so I can see the bale in there. It's in there though, it's making. What? Let's see. That's cool. That is cool. And there you go. There you go. Regular size bale. And we got our own baler now for 2,300 pounds. That is a lot cheaper than buying one of the other ones. It's not as nice looking and all that, but yeah, look at Papa Silos. Right now I just really want something cheap is good for me because now, is that picking up 2,000? Are they 4,000 liters? See, it's hard to say because I got it in tons. But that is cool. That is cool. Alright, so let's shut everything down there. So we'll be able to get them made. Yeah, they look like a regular size bale anyway. Let me go in and have a look at the silos. I want something cheap, but it can't be $0. 32,000 for that one, holds 80,000 liters. But no, that's just lime and fertilizer. 59, that's quite expensive actually. So I can get that one at $0. Another one there, hayloft 0. I got a silo there, 0, 0. Why are they all 0? I never changed the XML on them. That's a feeding silo. Papa Smurf's there, $0. So we can use these ones. These ones are 15,000. So that's the silo and that's the extensions. Right? I mean, that's not a bad size. But see, I might actually hold off because eventually I want to put my silos and all that in here. But we actually need this piece of land right now. So let's just go out and have a look at the cost of the land. I wouldn't mind getting something close to the farm as well. Like even field 20, see 55,000 for that. 43. 61. 47. 55. 43. That's only small. I don't want nothing too small. See over there you're getting a big chunk of land. Look at that. That's all forestry. 85, 60, 68, 57, 13. Yeah, 13's not a bad size there. 61,000. 12. 12 is not bad either. Even 27 is not bad. Let's go have a look at them. 27, 13, and 12. So, let me bring my map up. We'll just go have a look at the fields. So 27 is just right here. So, I mean, that's a fair size field right there for 50,000. Now let's compare it to 12 and 13. I just want to see how much grassland is on 12 and 13 and how much bigger I can actually make the field. So here's 13. So yeah, there's a lot of grassland around it. And that's a fair size field. And let's have a look at 12 on the other side of the hedge here. That's a fair size as well. I should make go with 12. What do you think? 12 or 13? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait. I'll wait till there's crop on it and ready to harvest. Like right now, what's on this one here? This one is fertilized 0%, weed 0, and it's oat. I can probably keep an eye on this one or 12 and do contracts on them and get them to pay me to do the work on it and then purchase it just as it's ready to harvest. Good idea. Good idea. Or another thing I can do, Tony and guys watching, I can come in here and let's have a look now. And I'm going to turn off all this garbage. All I want to do is I want to see which ones are ready to harvest. So I can actually go buy this one, harvest it, and then sell it back. Same at field 24. These are probably a little bit over my price range. Let's have a look. I mean, that's only 38. This one is 97. Yes, too much. 107. Yeah, so I can do field 25. Excuse me. So I can do 25. I can do 45. 7. 14. I can do a couple of these and we'll flip the fields. 40. What is 40? Let's see what crop it is. 40 is canola, which is a good crop. And let's see how much it is to purchase. Oh, that's a big field. I can turn all that into a field. But 132. We're at 72. But if I flip a couple of fields by harvesting them, then selling them back, I mean, I'm just selling the land, so it's not cheating. We can actually make some more money and get a bigger field. Yeah. And then I can get rid of that small field here, and I can put my silos and all that in here, and then eventually get rid of that monstrosity. Because that is a monstrosity. Looks nice in the nighttime all lit up, though. Alright, guys, so I'm going to leave the stream here. We've been on now for almost 3 hours. I really appreciate you guys dropping in, man. Every time you come in, I really appreciate it. And if you guys are new to the chat here and the channel, click on subscribe over on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. And I actually got something set up, so if you want to donate to my channel to help my channel grow, there's a link in the description below. I would really appreciate it. But I want you guys all to have a great day. I will be back later on this evening. And until then, you have a great day. Bye for now.